Good morning, children. Welcome to this session of mine where I'll be teaching you degrees of comparison. Children, in our previous video on adjective and its kinds, we learned that adjectives are describing words. They describe or modify a noun. Today we are going to learn yet another important part of adjective. Degrees of adjective, which is better known as degrees of comparison. In degrees of comparison, one person or one thing is compared with another. For example, she is taller than him. Here, the comparison is between her and him. In degrees of comparison, sometimes a person or a thing is compared with a group. For example, she is the tallest girl in the class. Here, the comparison is between a girl and the whole class. Adjectives have 3 degrees of comparison: positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. Now let us learn about the 3 degrees of comparison in detail. Positive degree. This is the simplest form where an adjective is used to describe a noun. For example, Rini is a smart girl. Ram is a strong boy. I have a beautiful dress. In the first sentence, the word girl is a noun and the word smart describes the girl. In the second sentence, the word boy is a noun and the word strong describes the boy. In the third sentence, the word dress is a noun and the word beautiful tells you more about the dress. Comparative degree. Here, comparison is made between two people or things. For example, Rini is smarter than Ria. Here, the comparison is between Rini and Ria. This ball is bigger than that ball. The comparison is between two balls. Raj looks happier than Mary. The comparison is between Raj and Mary. Superlative degree. Here, one person or thing is compared with a group. For example, she is the smartest girl in the class. Here, she is being compared with all the children in the class. In the second sentence, Rajiv has the biggest pouch among his friends. Now here, the comparison is made between Rajiv and the rest of his friends. Children, as you move ahead, you will come across a word called syllable. Now, what exactly is a syllable? A syllable is a single unbroken sound of a word. I repeat, a syllable is a single unbroken sound of a word. Each syllable will have a vowel sound with it. Now let me explain you in detail. Children, while pronouncing certain words, we pronounce them without a break, like cat, dog, hut, etc. But while pronouncing certain other words, we happen to pause for a fraction of a second in between. For example, donkey. Now, when I say donkey, after dong, there's a small, slight pause. Each sound before and after the pause is a syllable. And remember, children, all syllables will have a vowel sound with it. Now let's look at the examples given below. Cat. When I say cat, I pronounce it without a break. Therefore, it has only one syllable. But when I say hungry, hungry, there's a slight pause after hung and then gri comes. Therefore, there are two syllables. When I say busy, busy, B, then a slight pause and then Z. Therefore, there are two syllables. When I say beautiful, beautiful, there are three syllables. Beautiful. The next word is adorable. 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 Four syllables. When I say employ, 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 only two syllables. But when I say employee, employee, three syllables. University, 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 five syllables. College, 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 two syllables. Power, 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 two syllables. While changing adjectives from positive degree to comparative and superlative degree, a few changes take place with the adjectives. Changes take place because of the rules followed in such cases. And rules are followed on the basis of syllables. Syllables play a crucial role in the formation of comparative and superlative degree. Let's find out about the rules in detail. Children, here I would like to remind you that we are talking about one-syllable words. I hope you remember what one-syllable words are. One-syllable words mean words that are pronounced without a break. Now let's look into Rule 1. In a normal case, ER and EST is added to the adjective to change it into the comparative and superlative degree. This means on adding ER to an adjective, we change it into the comparative form, and on adding EST to an adjective, we change it into the superlative form. Let's look into the examples. An ant is smaller than a housefly. Here, the adjective is small. On adding ER, it has been changed into the comparative form. A comparison is made between an ant and a housefly. Now let's look into the next sentence. Ant is the smallest of all animals. Here, the adjective is small. EST is added to the word small to take it to the superlative degree, because here an ant is compared with the rest of the animals. Now let's look into the next example. My cat is blacker than his cat. Here the adjective is black. ER is added to the word to take it to the comparative form, and a comparison is made between my cat and his cat. But in the next sentence, Seema's cat is the blackest of all the three cats. Here again, the adjective is black. est is added to it to take it to the superlative degree because Seema's cat is compared with the rest of the cats. Rule 2. If the last letter of the adjective is E, in such a case, just add R or ST to change it to the comparative or superlative form. This means if we get an adjective ending with E, with the letter E, in such a case, you don't have to add ER. Instead, just add R because the last letter E is already there. And in the case of superlative degree, just add ST. Instead of EST, just add ST because again, the E is already present as the last letter of the adjective. Now look into the examples. Birbal is wiser than Akbar. Wise is the adjective which ends with E. On adding R, it becomes wiser. In this sentence, Birbal is being compared with Akbar. Now look into the next sentence. Birbal was the wisest of all. Here again, the word wise is the adjective to which ST has been added to take it to the superlative degree because Birbal is being compared with the rest of the people. Now let's look into the next example. His room is larger than mine. The word large is the adjective here to which only R is added because large ends with the letter E. So there's no need of adding another E to it. Again, a comparison is made between his room and my room. The next sentence. Nina's room is the largest in this floor. Here again, the word large is the adjective to which only ST is added to take it to the superlative degree because E is already present as the last letter of that word. So one thing we should understand is when an adjective ends with the letter E, you don't have to add ER and EST again. Instead, just add R and ST to change it to the comparative and superlative form. Rule 3. If the last three letters of the adjective follow the consonant-vowel-consonant pattern, double the last letter before adding ER or EST to it. Children, remember this rule pertains only to single syllable words. Now let's look at the examples. My ball is bigger than that ball. Here the word big is the adjective. It is a single syllable word. It follows the consonant-vowel-consonant pattern. Hence, before adding ER, the last letter has to be doubled up in order to take it to the comparative form. And thus comes the spelling BIGGER. Now let's look into the next sentence. His ball is the biggest of all balls. Now here, the word big is the adjective. It is a monosyllable word. It follows the consonant-vowel-consonant pattern. And hence, before adding EST, the last letter has to be doubled up. And hence comes the spelling BIGGEST. Now let's look into the next sentence. Rahim is fatter than Rohan. Fat is the adjective here, which is a monosyllable word. It follows the consonant vowel consonant pattern, and hence before adding er the last letter has to be doubled up, and thus comes the spelling fatter, fatter. And the last sentence, Salim is the fattest among them. The word fat is the adjective here. It is a monosyllable word. It follows the consonant vowel consonant pattern, and hence before adding est the last letter t has to be doubled up in order to form fattest. Rule 4. If the last three letters of the adjective follow the consonant vowel consonant pattern, and if the last letter is y or w, in such cases, Rule 3 will not be followed. Instead, just add er or est to the word to change it to the comparative and superlative form. Let's understand this better with the help of examples. Ram's hair is grayer than Shyam's. Here, the word grey is the adjective. It is a single syllable word. It follows the consonant vowel consonant pattern, but the last letter is y. Therefore, only er will be added to it to take it to the comparative form. Look at the next sentence. Ravi's hair is the greyest of all. Here again, the word grey is the adjective. It's a single syllable word. It follows the consonant vowel consonant pattern, but the last letter is y. Therefore, only add est to take it to the superlative degree. Let's look at the next set of examples. His voice is lower than hers. The word low is the adjective here. It is a single syllable word. It follows the consonant vowel consonant pattern, but the last letter is w. And as per the rule, when the last letter is y or w, just add er to it to take it to the comparative form, or add est to it to take it to the superlative form. Now let's find out what happens when we have words which have more than one syllables. In a normal case, words like more and most are used in front of adjectives to change it to the comparative and superlative form. Let's understand this better with the help of examples. Richa is more beautiful than Reena. The word beautiful is the adjective here. It has three syllables, beautiful. Therefore, the word more is written before the word beautiful to take it to the comparative form. Now, when we have to take it to the superlative form, the word most appears in front of beautiful. Let's look into the next set of examples. Raj is more intelligent than Ravi. Here, the word intelligent is the adjective. It has four syllables, intelligent. Therefore, the word more appears before intelligent to take it to the comparative form. And in case of superlative form, the word most appears in front of intelligent. Farhan is the most intelligent boy among his friends. Rule 2. If an adjective ends with the letter y, the Y is replaced with the letter I and then ER or EST is added to it to change it to the comparative or superlative form. Children, remember this rule applies only to words with more than one syllable. Let's look at the examples to understand it better. This box is heavier than that box. The adjective is heavy. It is a two-syllable word, heavy. The last letter is Y. So as per the rule, the Y will be replaced with I and then ER will be added to it to take it to the comparative form. And as you can see, there's a comparison being made between this box and that box. So the spelling of heavier will be Heavier. Now let's come to the next sentence. Her box is the heaviest of all boxes. Here the adjective is Y. It's a two-syllable word. It ends with Y. Therefore, the Y will be replaced with I and then EST will be added to it to take it to the superlative form, because in this sentence, her box is being compared with the rest of the boxes. Now let's look into the next set of examples. The red flower is tinier than the blue flower. The adjective is tiny. It's a two-syllable word, tiny. The last letter is Y. The Y will be replaced with the letter I and then ER will be added to it to take it to the comparative degree. Here, the red flower is being compared with the blue flower. And hence the spelling of the word tinier is TINIER. The next sentence, the yellow flower is the tiniest in the lot. Here again, the adjective is tiny. It's a two-syllable word. It ends with Y. Hence, the Y will be replaced with the letter I and then EST will be added to it to take it to the superlative form. Here, the yellow flower is being compared with the whole lot. Rule 3. If an adjective ends with the letter W, simply add ER or EST to it to change it to the comparative and superlative form. Children, remember this rule is also for words with more than one syllable. Let's understand it better with the help of the examples given below. This lane is narrower than that lane. Here, the adjective is narrow. It is a two-syllable word, narrow. The last letter is W. Only add ER to it to take it to the comparative degree. Here, the comparison is made between this lane and that lane. The next sentence, First Avenue is the narrowest lane in our locality. Now here, again, the adjective is narrow. It's a two-syllable word. It ends with W. Simply add EST to it to take it to the superlative degree. Children, there are a few adjectives that cannot be changed as per the above rules. Such adjectives are called irregular adjectives. There are no such rules for them. We'll have to learn them by heart. Let's look into a few irregular adjectives. Much, more, most. Good, better, best. Far, farther, farthest. It has one more word in the comparative and superlative degree, and that is further and furthest. Now, what's the difference between farther and further? Farther means at a greater distance. For example, Ernakulam is farther than Alua. And further means at a more advanced level. For example, please contact our office for further information. Bad, worse, worst. Old, older, oldest. It also has one more word in the comparative and superlative degree, and that is elder, eldest. Now, both older and elder mean more advanced in age. Older describes people and things, but elder describes only people. For example, my brother is 10 years older than me. When I reached my friend's place, the elder of her children came out to greet me. Children, I now have a worksheet for you. These are the answers. Hope you had a fruitful session. Thank you.